Welcome to Pathfinders with Jumoke podcast. My name is Olajumoke Adeoshun and I am your host. Join me as I take you on a journey of purpose and relevance. Let's talk about pressure. I've broken this topic into two parts. Today I'll talk about external pressure, which is the prevailing pressure ravaging the human race. Then next week, I'll delve into the self-inflicted pressure. External pressures come from our homes, friends, and society at large. When you were in primary school, expectations were on you to not only pass well, but also to surpass your classmates. The same cycle repeated itself when you got to secondary school and tertiary institutions. The pressure intensifies when you return from NYSC. If you don't get a job when others are getting it, it becomes a subject of discussion. If you're not married after some time, people begin to raise eyebrows. If you travel to your village for Christmas, there's someone waiting to tell you about your mates chilling in Dubai for Christmas. Pressure has been in existence from time immemorial, and without mincing word, pressure is a phenomenon that has come to stay. It's a bitter truth by default. There'll always be someone ahead of you, and there'll always be some set of people pointing your attention to it. Having that in your subconscious mind is your number one deliverance. This brings me to the most important aspect of today's podcast. What's the way out of pressure? In real sense, you cannot eradicate pressure, but you can control how you respond to it. First and foremost, don't live in denial of what you don't have yet. You don't have a job. It's true. You failed too many times than usual. Yes, it's true. You've been in the same position for too long. Yes, it's true. You've never left the shore of your country, but your friends have gone international. Yes, it's true. Accept your current position while you work towards becoming more. When you live in denial, you will always be under pressure to prove a point. Allow people witness your downtime, so that when your peak period comes, you'll be a true inspiration to others in your former position. One of the greatest problems in our world today is that we have great people that keep hiding their scars. They make we, the younger generation, believe they made it out of the blues. Yet, they marvel at why our generation resorts to suicide at the slightest challenge. It's not entirely our fault. Most of us weren't told we'll face challenges bigger than us. Hence, the concept of challenges is alien to many. Howbeit, ignorance is not an excuse in the court of law. Face your fears. Your victory lies in them. Secondly, take time out to be alone. Pressure is like MTN. It's everywhere you go. On social media, among friends, at work, in your community, school, name it. Pressure is a celebrity. If you're not careful, it will eat you up to a degree where it becomes more powerful than your willpower. This is why you need time to retreat. Go off social media. Withdraw yourself from the crowd. Lock yourself up in a quiet place and think. Many times, the people pressuring you are not in your shoes. You may not be ready for what they are pressuring you to do, but how many people do you want to explain yourself to? You need to think of the best way to suppress the pressure around you. The solution could be to stop following some posts on social media. It could be to cut off from some friends. It could be to cry until you feel better. It could be to accept your parents for who they are. It could be to talk to someone you trust, someone that understands you and can help you find a way out. It could be to find the best response to give to the people pressuring you. I heard of someone whose response to anyone asking when he will get married is, "On my wedding day." When people ask him the question, "When are you getting married?" he replies with, "On my wedding day." In the same vein, adopt the pressure suppressor that works best for you. Finally, cast all your cares on God and He will give you rest. If you get direction from God for every phase of your life, you hardly yield to pressure, not because you are not aware of the pressure around you, but because you have the understanding of your time and seasons. Thank you for joining me today. Please don't miss the part 2 of this edition next week. If you have any question or contribution or comments, please send it to pathfinderswithjumoke@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening. Do have a good day.